What up, what up, what up? Y'all know what time it is. It's your man, Leo Brown, back in the house, and we are live from Highland Cigar. Got my man, Nick, always to my one side or another. What's up, Nick?
What's happening?
What's going on today, man?
In the house.
And we also...
Good.
Huh?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here. You got your Marshawn Lynch going? I'm just happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
And of course, you guys can see we have the guest of the hour right in the middle of us, Mr. Aric Bey from Black Star Line Cigars. What's going on, Aric?
What's happening? What's happening? How are you?
Hey, man, you know, every day's a new day. It's always
a new adventure.
It's always a good day to have you in the house with us, man.
Oh yeah.
We really just have some craziness going on. I know me and you just got done talking about it a little bit. Me, you, and Nick. You know, the warehouse, Arturo Fuente, burned down. I'm not laughing. It's just, it seems like things keep happening to Arturo Fuente. At one point,
Are they cursed?
I don't know, but at one point the truck got hijacked. You know, that was
I didn't know about that either.
Oh, that was just a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I mean, it's like, yo, what in the hell is really going on with Arturo Fuente? I mean, hey, Fuente's a sought after brand, obviously, but I mean, somebody got to get a grip on the Fuente family, you know. I mean, because listen, in the retail world, they're already behind in producing product. You know, they can't get it out to the retailers.
Yeah.
So this is just another setback for the rest of the retail world.
Yeah, it's a big setback.
Yeah.
You know, especially when Henderson's factory had burned down too. You know, that's a big setback.
Yeah.
Everything that was in there is gone. All the production, you know.
Look at what just happened to Caldwell.
Yeah,
same thing.
That was the same factory with Henderson's factory. Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Aventura.
Man,
something. I think it's kind of, again, not funny, but I mean, we see the same parallels in whiskey, right? You know,
right.
Beam's issue a few years ago.
Right. Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of barrels.
That was wild.
You know, for them, it's like, you know, probably a drop in the bucket, but still, it's like you just can't replace that.
It's a setback.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's 4 to 6 years at least.
Right. I mean, that's liquid that you can't drink.
Right.
I don't know, man. People need to stop playing with fire around whiskey and cigars. Seriously. No pun intended. Yeah. I mean.
Oh man, but yeah, man. I mean, you know, a lot of crazy shit going on. You know, thank you for stopping in with us, man, once again. I mean, I know you just got here and everything, and you were like, yo, let's get it done. So appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm with it. You know, I'm always with the shits, bro. I can curse on this show, right?
The fuck you talking about? Hell yeah.
Oh, make sure I don't want to offend nobody.
Look, my mama get on this show and she like, what the hell are you doing? You know? So I'm all good, man. No, we are here today at Highland Cigar, right here in the downtown area of Atlanta. Great place to come and hang out. Very comfortable atmosphere. Always got something going on. Aric is actually doing a event tonight here at Highland as well, man. You know,
6 p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m. That's right.
You're free and you're in the Atlanta area. Come through.
Yeah, you better come down.
He said, if you're free, not things are going to be free.
If you're free.
So, no, man, you know, I mean, it's always great to see you. You know, I know when we were in Memphis recently, we were talking about some things. And I'm very pleased. I'm very happy of what you brought us today.
Yeah, this cigar is near and dear to my heart, bro.
It's near and dear to mine now because I never had it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I brought, I don't want to call it a replica, but I brought the original that you gave me before, the Lali Bella Toro. So I was expecting to smoke this. I wasn't expecting to get the Lancero, but everybody, like I just told Aric, the flavor did not change one bit. Everything seems the same. I don't know how you go from making a damn Toro to making a Lancero and not losing flavor. Who in the hell does that?
Hey, Aganorsa knows exactly what they're doing when they're rolling the cigars, bro.
Damn.
You know, I'm always amazed by the tobacco industry. Like, you know, they grow the tobacco every year, and then the tobacco tastes the same every year. You know what I'm saying? Like they really put a lot into the growth of the tobacco and then rolling it, and then make sure that they roll it the same all the time.
Right.
So it's amazing to me, man. Like the tobacco industry is just like, I'm like, all these cats are geniuses to me. Agricultural geniuses.
Right.
So,
Right.
So do you? So Aric, I mean, I'm pretty new to the Lancero style.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? I mean, is it something where you kind of sweat it when you're going from a different size to this and wondering if you're going to get the same kind of flavor? Because obviously, thinner gauge,
right.
you know, you're losing, you know, filler in terms of the fatness.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it something? Again, obviously, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But
this technically should be even more flavorful than the Toro because it doesn't have as much filler in it. So
gotcha.
When you scale it down to the Lancero, you're scaling down the filler, and you're also scaling down any kind of basically bullshit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're almost concentrating.
Yeah, you're getting right to the point with
like
how we're supposed to taste and all of that. So that's why Lanceros are my favorite Vitola because especially when I'm smoking other people's brands.
Yeah.
If I get a Lancero on your shit and I smoke it, I could tell if it's trash in there or not because it's scaled down to the bare bones. Now.
It's concentrated.
Yeah.
So if
it's
you're
scaled down, bro.
So if you're, you know, intermediate novice, like start with the Lanceros. See what you got.
Only thing about newer smokers and Lanceros, you have to smoke it slow. Otherwise, it's gonna be like on Tom and Jerry when they light up the cigarette and it goes zoop. Yeah. So
Gotcha.
and a lot of people think like they could take a Lancero and like cut the grass while they're smoking
Right.
it. No,
You ain't gonna do that.
like it won't even last 20 minutes. It's gonna burn too fast.
Yeah.
Right.
So I tend to give Lanceros to more experienced smokers that actually know how to slow down and smoke. You know what I'm saying? Just sit back, slow your mind down, slow your smoking down, and just smoke through the Lancero. If you smoke it slow, you're getting all the flavor, you're getting everything you want out of it, and it's gonna last you at least an hour, if not longer.
Oh, nice.
You know, depending on how slow you smoke.
Yeah.
Well, we at least got an hour here on this show. So
I think we should be good.
I don't know how far we're gonna get into it though, but we're gonna try. Try. So hey man, so look, you've been with Aganorsa how long now? It's at least
3 years.
I'll say at least been 3 minutes. I thought it was 4. Okay. So
no, because I started with El Titan, so I was with them
right.
that first year pretty
right.
much, and then Warwick came right after that. So it was a little bit over 3 years, you know. Yeah.
So have you heard? Obviously, you've heard about the flavor ban going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have a couple of flavored cigars in your repertoire as well.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the ban? Having flavored cigars?
I can care less. The man knows shit. Fuck it. Yeah, man knows motherfuckers. I don't care. That's less work for me.
You don't want to make no more.
Yeah, because I infuse all them shits myself. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get that shit out of here.
It's a lot less work.
Because that's just extra stuff. I do that for extra money. Then I also do it for people that don't want to smoke a regular cigar. So, you know, sometimes it's women and sometimes it's men, and they just want to smoke something like sweet. And I'm like, well, I got this peach cognac over there. Smoke that, you know.
If you want it.
Yeah. Or you could try one of my natural shit, which is my bread and butter, and I can build your palate. Right. Not only for Black Star Line, but I can build your palate for other cigars. Right. You know, so you can actually become a legit cigar smoker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not to say that people that smoke infused cigars aren't, but
no,
you could take yourself further.
That's
with
right.
It, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe this is a silver lining, right? Maybe the ban, you know, maybe it'll point people into different direction.
Well,
I don't know.
Funny that you say that because I just read is that there's a proposed bill that's gonna enact it.
Okay.
I mean, again,
that's gonna be interesting. As hard as they fought to keep this shit away, now somebody came and said, "No, we want this back." And I personally think that it's because they realize how much money gonna be lost.
Right.
That is a huge loss in the tobacco world.
Right.
Because I mean, listen, I know we got Black Star Line on the show, but when you look at brands like or lines such as Fat Bottom Betty, shit, it's not a person that's in the cigar world walking that doesn't say, "Hey, you got Fat Bottom Betty's in your shop."
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the other side of that is, I mean, look at how many people that you're going to be unemployed down in those countries, right? They're already making little to nothing. So now they're going to be making absolutely nothing because they can't be moved into another section. of the building. So it's like, well, what the hell do they do?
They can't transfer departments.
They can't transfer. Damn, first world problems, man.
Yeah.
God.
I started off mopping the floors, and now I'm on the fries. But no, I mean the band, the smoking, the flavor ban is going more so affect companies like Drew Estates because that's a major seller. I mean, the acid is one of the number one selling cigars in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
So they do away with that. That's who is really going to, bother. Well, I'll miss the little extra money, but
also
I'll be okay.
But also companies like Miami, because all the Tatianas.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a killer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So is this a I guess a quality control kind of thing that they're trying to do?
No, this is the FDA.
It's an FDA thing.
The FDA said we don't want that. We don't want you advertising.
Kids are supposed to be smoking those.
Yeah, things that are tasty to kids.
Yeah.
But here's my question: even with Tatianas on an average price across the country, let's just say it's $7.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, but go ahead.
Not many kids are gonna be walking into a cigar lounge first off.
No. Right.
And they're not going to be able to just say, hey, let me get 5 Tatianas at $7 a piece.
Right.
But what if they're buying at the gas station?
That was my thing. Convenience store, man.
You still got to get ID. That's my thing.
What if Habib and them don't look though?
See, now that's fucked up. God
I'm just talking shit. I'm fresh off the plane talking shit.
But no, I mean, that's the thing, man. The FDA, when it got turned over to the FDA from the ATF, it was a huge shift for the cigar world. A huge shift, man. I mean, so a lot of things went absolutely ape shit, and Cigar World had to backtrack a little bit and become a little bit, I guess, tell me if I'm wrong, Aric, but a little bit more legit, quote unquote,
Okay.
So, I mean, it's kind of shitty to me, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
We'll be all right.
Huh?
We'll be all right.
But you won't fuck with weed though.
Yeah, I mean, if I can't get my Fruity Pebble cigar, I'll be mad, but I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? I'll just start smoking something else, I guess. I won't smoke a Fruity Pebble infused cigar.
I mean, just tell the kids to go get their their peach flavored gummy. Weed gummy.
Right, yeah. Go get a gummy, go get a vape, because they ain't fucking with the vape world.
Shit, they're
So yeah, we're just trying to influence you to go other directions.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that? But I'm not here to get on the political soapbox, because I will always say fuck the FDA, like people say fuck cancer. I mean, they are cancer to me, and I'm just really tired of the FDA because they don't understand what premium tobacco is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh, I'll do that later. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there, Aric. It seems that there's been a slight decrease as far as sales, especially among certain brands.
Okay.
Over the last quarter. Are y'all faring pretty good? Everything's still on a steady path for you, man?
I'm trying to figure out if I have enough inventory to do all the shit I got left. Like, people keep asking me to do stuff with them, and I'm like, bro, I really don't have a problem doing the different events, but I'm just putting a disclaimer. I'll tell you I'll do it, but the disclaimer is, by the time that come up, I don't know if I'm gonna have anything. So, because the 2 new releases gonna really push all the existing stuff at PCA. Then I'm doing Kappa Conclave at the end of July, and there's gonna be 15,000 nukes there. So
hang on a second. You said something. You said 2 new releases.
Oh yeah, 2 of them. Mr. Fahrenheit and Rosewood 1923.
See, now I knew about Mr. Fahrenheit, but god dang it. Rosewood 1923.
So Rosewood 1923 is being rolled at the Oveja Negra factory, which is, for those that don't know, that's Black Label Trading Company. So
Angela and James Brown.
Yeah, Black Star Line and Black Label Trading Company are working together.
Oh,
it's not a collaboration stick; it's a Black Star Line stick, but it's coming out of that factory. So.
Black and black.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that one, bro. I haven't dropped the press release yet. I'll probably drop it early June, but because I'm waiting for some more pictures to come from the factory. They're finalizing the box and all that type of stuff.
So is this something that you're holding close to the vest? You're not releasing any information about it, or can you talk to us about the blend? What's going on with it?
San Andreas wrapper, Ecuadorian binder, and Nicaragua filler. It's medium full. It's 6x48.
Oh,
Yeah, side. So
wow.
it's a delicious blend.
So that's kind of like an extended Corona.
Yeah. Or just a little fatter. Because normally mine is 6x46.
Right.
So we just took it up just a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it'd be a little bit different than my normal Coronas that I have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's a technical name for a 6x48. It might be.
Listen,
I don't know.
it probably is. There's like fucking 1,000 names for cigars now. So
I just call it a Corona, bro. So I just keep it simple until somebody tells me different that knows more than me. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, no, it's that's the blend, and it's coming out in boxes, and majority of my boxes.
Okay.
I'll have maybe 2,000 of them in bundles, but the other 8,000 are in boxes. So yeah.
So basically, a total of 10,000.
Yeah, it's 10,000 sticks.
Okay.
Yep. So.
So down in the ATL for a few days. What you got going on while you're down here? Obviously tonight, Cut and Light.
Yeah, tonight's Highland. We got an event here, and then we have an event at the tavern. It's on Camp Creek Road.
Yeah.
So it's owned by Rob, a good friend of mine, and a good retail partner of mine. So we're doing the event there tomorrow night, and then Saturday we're just wide open. So.
Gotta keep the day wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How has it been going in Atlanta? I mean, are you happy with what's going on down here with the cigars? Is there a lot of room for growth? Have you seen a good response from people down here?
The cigars are received very well here. I'm not carried in a lot of places here in the Atlanta area. Maybe off the top of my head, maybe 6 places.
Damn
so
shame.
I haven't even scratched the surface of Atlanta because it's about 170 different smoke shops.
Yeah.
So as far as me being say ATL.
Right.
Cigars, they all over Atlanta, but they're also here though. I don't live here.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they have a
little bit
they
bigger
have an
footprint.
advantage because this is their backyard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Atlanta is a lot different from Chicago, man. Atlanta supports the home team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas Chicago is not. It's different, bro. Even I know the owner of Few Spirits.
Right.
He said the same thing. He was like, dude, we're right here in Chicago, man. And he was like, Chicago really don't rock with us. It's everybody else.
Yep.
You know
That's crazy, man.
But when I got Benny's, that's when I took over. You know what I'm saying? When I got carried by Benny's in all 47 locations.
And in case you guys don't know what Benny's is a local shop in Chicago. Tell us a little. You've been on this show before, a couple different times. But tell us a little bit about what Benny's is and, what happened with that whole transpiration of you going into Benny's. And how's that going, man?
Oh, it's fantastic, bro. So I've been in Benny's maybe a year and a half.
Right.
And I sent the samples over to the buyer, and he sent them to his team, and he smoked it too. And then they also called Terrence to verify that my stuff was from Dorset. And I'm like, dude, I wouldn't lie to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they were impressed with the cigars. They were impressed with where they came from. And they wanted to support a black business, but they also want to support a black business that has a good product. You don't want to just check the box just to bring somebody black in.
Correct.
It's somebody that's black that has a great product.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what got us in there. And when we got in there, man, the cigars are flying. So for 2022, they dropped their top 10 cigar list, and I got number 3 and number 10. So
wow.
Dark Warwick was number 3, and then number 10 was Lolly Bubba.
Dark Warwick was number 3. Now that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because everybody rants and raves about the Warwick by itself, but to have
Dark Warwick was better, in my opinion.
Listen, I didn't want to say it. Okay, I'm glad you did.
I always say it. But
I love it.
It's an ongoing debate amongst everybody that smokes Warwick or which one is better.
Yeah.
And I love it because a lot of people keep gravitating towards the original. And I don't fault them for that.
Right.
Because that's the motherfucker that came and took over and drove the company while it was just them and Dad and El Milagro.
Right.
But when Dark Warwick came and I smoked that one, I was like, yeah, no, bro. This one, to me, is head and shoulders better.
Right.
So, but with Benny's, so people know, Benny's is sort of like Total Wine or Specs. It's the same type of setup. A bunch of liquor everywhere, and they have a humidor in there. The difference with Benny's is Benny's actually has a dedicated humidor manager in every one of their locations.
That's correct.
So they smoke, so you actually have somebody you could talk. If you don't know about a certain cigar, you can ask the humidor manager about the cigars. Whereas Total Wine and Specs, there's nobody in there. It's just a free for all. You just go in and if you don't know shit, you just pick something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and they have a huge e-commerce presence.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's big now.
You talking about Total Wine?
No, like Benny's.
Oh yeah, Benny's. Yeah.
They don't ship tobacco though.
Right.
They ship alcohol
Yep.
to certain places, but not a lot.
Interesting. Yeah. Because I've always wondered that. Like I have when I work for ASW, like a lot of my
Now, what's ASW stand for?
American Spirit Works.
Oh,
Used to
I'm
be-
horrible with acronyms.
No, that's fine. They've changed it twice already, and so we're going to change it again. But a lot of my retail accounts had cigars, but it was just kind of like a afterthought, right? Like you just walk in, like a couple of good friends of mine that have, these stand-up humidors, like against the wall. It's like they got some good shit in there,
Right.
but it's like
You ain't pushing it.
They ain't pushing it.
Yeah.
And then, again, we've had this conversation so many times. It's like, why aren't you doing? You're doing one, do both.
Mm-hmm.
It's extra sales, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like,
Yeah, it's extra money.
So, for me, and again, I know not every store can afford to put another humidor manager in there, but find some people that know a little bit about it and make those pairings and make those extra sales and stuff in the liquor world.
But it's kind of hard, man. I mean, even when we go to, and we all understand the term is that when you go to bars that just happen to sell cigars, you don't. I ain't throwing nobody out there. You don't have that person that's behind the bar that knows about tobacco.
It's usually just a box on the counter.
Right.
Right.
Like,
so you want these?
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to be able to have that person be able to talk educatedly about that product, because then when you look at it, it's kind of hard finding a person that's versatile both ways. So if it's a bar that happens to sell cigars, it's hard to find a tobacconist that's a bartender.
Right.
And it's called it's kind of hard to find a bartender that's a tobacconist,
Right.
because they normally focus on one product or one area, So it's a challenge. It's a difficult challenge. I think that it can be done if people kind of concentrate on it, Because there's people out there.
The liquor store that's a couple of blocks away from my house, they have a humidor in there, and they're selling fake Cubans with acids right next to them.
Of course. What?
I was like, so you went ahead and infused the fake Cuban with the acids? It's like, cool. So it's a fake Cuban that tastes like potpourri now. So,
Right.
That sounds lovely.
Man, look, I
the
tell
bands look like they printed them at home. And I was like, wow.
It's that's another thing, man. Is these Cubans, the people who smoke Cubans. I really look at some of them, and I kind of challenge. But I kind of challenge, man. I think a lot of people get hung up on the fact that this band appears to be Cuban.
Right.
And I don't think a lot of people really know how to look at a band of a Cuban cigar. You don't know how to look at the actual stamp that goes on the box and what to look for. A lot of people, listen, they're now printing fake holograms. Have you seen some of the fake Cohiba hologram bands?
Not the hologram, no.
Bruh, it is hilarious. So, in case you guys don't know, there's supposed to be 3 girls inside that hologram. Right?
Yeah.
I've seen some that just have 2. I've seen some that just have just the first girl.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
Right.
Who would? But I'm not even going to get into it. That's a whole nother topic for Instagram reel. We can probably get into that.
That sounds like we could talk about the FDA and flavored cigars.
Oh shit! No, I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
I don't want to get on my soapbox. But in your world though, Nick, there's a lot of people who create some bad liquor.
Dude, you don't want me to get on my soapbox either.
There's bad product in every industry, bro.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny. I'm surprised they. I do get it with the liquor side. It's just more money. It's going to appeal to a larger audience, especially if ones that don't really know their booze and they're just like, oh, hey, peach, cool, we're in the peach state. We'll do anything peach.
What's up?
Have you ever had Digits?
No.
Oh, you gotta try it. It's the best.
Digits?
Yes, Digits. It's Scotty Pippin's. I said Scotty Pippin.
Scotty Pippin.
Scotty Pippin's whiskey. Oh, it's great, bro. You'll love it.
Oh. Digits.
God damn it.
Great name.
After
Listen.
you throw open your mouth a few times.
Some of
This is one of
y'all,
the worst whiskeys I've ever had in my life.
some of y'all know the backstory behind this and the digits. bourbon from Scottie Pippen.
disgusting.
If you don't know the
Is it
backstory,
bourbon? Or I don't even know what it
let's
is.
just call it whiskey.
It's distilled in Vallejo, California. So
Well, you already know what that is.
I was like, then he had his gnarly ass hands are on the bottle, and it looks like
He's got long
ET.
fucking fingers.
Yeah, it's gross, bro. Like it's like it's all knotted up and shit, and then it's like ET, literally.
I mean, you know, it would be. I mean, that's kind of a good intro for the bar, though, right? Like if you're sitting next to a girl and you're like,
Hell no.
you're talking to the bartender, you're like, can I get some digits? Can I get some digits? And they go, it's like, you want my digits?
Nick, you're thinking in a whole different light, brother.
But hey, you know, I'm thinking from a marketing.
When you look at this shit, look at this.
Woo! Wow.
Yeah, that's just
I mean,
scary,
at least get
right?
your fingers straight, dude.
Yeah.
Listen.
With them knotted up hands, I know he's just fingering chicks and big
Oh,
muppets.
damn. Here we go with it.
Yeah,
We're
that's
not
just
gonna go
grabbing a
back to this.
basketball, dude.
Look, listen, we had a whole Instagram live about a fucking year or so ago.
Yeah,
It was
like a 2-hour roast.
we could not stop coming up with shit to say about this damn bourbon because he had it. And he asked me, like, Leo, you ever had digits? I was like, what the hell is digits? So he held up the bottle. I was like, what the hell is that? that was the running thing. Oh my God, man. We landed on that shit for a good 2 hours probably.
So like the promo for War of the Worlds.
Yeah,
When they come on the earth.
That's a Jurassic
That's
Park
a
shit.
Or like shit. I'm telling you, man. It's like anybody and everybody. You got money,
Hey man,
you can do whatever you want. People drink it.
people will drink, I mean, if we remember back during COVID, you got to remember, bars, cigar lounges were considered essential.
Yeah.
Everybody needs
that was
advice.
essential services.
Yeah,
Correct.
You need advice.
So,
you know what I'm saying? So
I was good. I loved it. I appreciated
Yeah,
it.
I was with
I
it.
still had a job.
yeah, I was spending a lot of time at Twisted Spoke on Wednesdays. Me and Cliff, they opened up at noon. Twisted Spoke on Wednesdays is 50% off everything.
Jesus.
So you can't smoke in there. So we would get there an hour early, smoke a cigar, then go in there at 12. And we would literally be in there from like 12 to like 7 at night.
Right.
And by the time I get home, I immediately go right to bed because I'll be so drunk. Yeah, I was so drunk. And matter of fact, I was on a Zoom when they were having the Zooms during COVID. And I fucked around and fell asleep on the Zoom. And I woke up and I was like, damn, y'all still on? It hung it up. I was like, yeah, I'm gone.
Hey, look, during COVID, Zooms were the shit. A lot of people fell asleep. A lot of people woke up. A lot of people fell asleep like they went out and came back. I mean, I appreciated COVID. I mean, I got introduced to people like my man Cigar Brat that's in the house too. It was well, in case y'all don't know, this is some real shit. This is how we talk all the time. So, but no, it was dope, man, to go through COVID. Because there was a lot of things that were introduced, a lot of people that were introduced. And, I can definitely say liquor and cigar sales were fucking booming.
We had our best 2 years.
Yeah.
In the history.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people did.
Yeah, my website was going crazy during COVID.
So, speaking of which, man, so since COVID, I had talked to Pete Johnson during the
Pete Johnson.
I think it was 21 PCA.
Okay.
And I asked him, I said, what do you think is going to happen with tobacco in the next, when do you think tobacco is going to come back? I think that was my question. And he said, well, you got to give it to 23 or 24. And I was like, holy shit. But when when you think about it, the crops had to die, then they had to bring them back and, start rehanging and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So how has it been for you since COVID? Let's just go back 1 year, 2022. How's it been since COVID, man, for you and Black Star Line?
Retail wise is great. The website slowed down. Now I still get orders on it, but it's not like balls to the wall every day like
but I think your website slowed down because of distribution.
Yeah, I'm carried in more places now.
Yeah.
So people are always more into instant gratification. So if they could see the cigar, like they can come here, they see the cigar, they'll buy the cigar because it's right in front of them.
Right.
Whereas you could buy off my website, but then you're at the mercy of when I'm sending it,
right,
and how long that transit is.
Which, by the way, Aric used to be on top of his shit before he got to distribution. I mean, I lie to you not. You can order cigars today They be shipped out the next day. You get them in like 4 days.
It still happens like that. It's just when I'm not at
It's just
home.
how you feel.
Yeah, if I'm busy. If I'm busy, it might not be the next day. It might be 2 days, but it's still, it's still normal shipping time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the website did ultimately slowed down because I'm carried in more lounges. So the more lounges you carry it in, they don't need to come directly to me anymore. They can get it in their local establishment. And I encourage people all the time, hey, support your local brick and mortar because that's your local business.
Right.
That business is paying taxes into your neighborhood, into your community. So you smoke cigars and my cigars in your local lounge, don't buy it from me, buy them now.
Right.
And then it helps everybody because once they sell out, they need to order more from me. So it helps the lounge. You get your cigars right away, and it helps me too because I sell them some more stuff.
Right.
So it's a win-win-win for everybody.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I don't know. I'd have a hard time buying cigars off the internet unless I knew what I was after. Same with anything, right? Whatever you're buying, it's like whether it's a commodity, it's a necessity, or whatever. It's like, but it's like you said, like I want to come in and check out someone's humidor out, see what they got. I mean, you can tell a lot from that.
But I think it's also trusted sites. I think when you run
bad,
whatever.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
Right.
I judge people off their humidors. So
I mean, you should.
So,
I
really?
judge bars by their back part.
But no, I mean, there's trusted sites out there that you can buy cigars. You can buy, liquid.
Small Batch. Small Batch is a great site. They carry me too. You know what I'm saying? That's a great site to buy stuff off of.
Shout out to Small Batch.
Shout out to Black Line Luxury. You can buy my stuff on their online site as well. And they support the hell out of us. They sell the hell out of our stuff. So we have a great partnership. The brick and mortar is called Harrisburg Beer and Cigars in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Every time we go and do an event there, man, it's a great time.
Nice.
Great time. Great people. Everybody's well received. It's always a great time. You know what I'm saying?
So I have a question, and being a little bit new to the brand,
I'm not answering questions today. I'm joking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's cool. I have lots of questions. I don't think you want to hear all of them.
You can ask me anything, bro. Anything.
I'm obviously fascinated by about behind the scenes, stuff, behind the brand stuff, just how you started, how you got to where you are now. And I was reading something about how you got hooked up with Sandy from El Titan.
That's my cigar mom.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded like it was a lot of persistence.
Yeah.
Such a great story.
A lot of just staying on it. And, we know now today's society, there's a lot of people with ADHD, a lot of impatient people, a lot of people that never, and for you with this partnership started, it wasn't just like, we're going to work together. So talk to us about that. How did that happen, and what she meant to you as a person?
If it wasn't for Sandy and El Titan, I wouldn't be here because I was having a hell of a time getting the factory to work with me. Like I had other factories, I won't name them, that were willing to work, but they were like defunct factories that nobody knew. There was no kind of reputation behind them. And El Titan was recommended to me by Jonathan Drew. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So he spoke very highly of them. And that's also Willie Herrera's family. So, I'm like a baby cousin to Drew Estates. You know what I'm saying? So, so we started calling down there, and Sandy wasn't in the factory because her mother was sick. So, and El Titan's really small. So at the time they had 10 rollers, maybe. I know they lost some. It might have went down to 7. They might have picked up some more. I'm not sure. But we would call every week trying to catch her and kept getting told that she wasn't there. So I was like, man, I'm gonna send some flowers down there to just wish the family well and keep me on their mind. Still didn't hear shit. So I was like, fuck. I was like, I don't know what else to do. So, we waiting and we're still calling around, trying to network and going to different events, trying to see what we could do to fucking just get our foot in the door. And then it was like how you hear like a little voice like, dude, call right now. So I was like, all right, I'm finna call El Titan right now. So I called. And Giselle, Sandy's daughter, answered the phone. And she was like, we asked for Sandy. And she was like, oh, yeah, she's right here. Handed the phone over.
Wow.
So the voices are right. So Sandy gets on the phone and she was, we told her who we were. And she was like, you were the nice guys that sent me those flowers a couple of months ago, right? And she said, you know how to treat a woman? I'm going to do those blends for you.
Wow.
So Black Star Line was born by El Titan Bronze because of some flowers. It was a simple, kind gesture.
Yes.
Give people their flowers while they here.
Yeah, and that's what gave birth to my business and my dream. So I started with $1 in the dream, baby, and then and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So because I didn't have a lot of money. I'm a retired Chicago firefighter, bro. I'm a blue collar worker.
Shout out to the firefighters in the world too.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
And but I'm an educated dude. I had 2 master's degrees. I'm halfway through law school, and I'll never go back and finish that. I used to be licensed, a licensed investor. So I had a Series 6. I had a Series 63. I was licensed to sell life insurance. I got certificates and different stuff as a financial planner. I got a lot of different education. So
we need to talk offline. I need some help.
I was a pharmaceutical sales rep for Eli Lilly. So
nice.
I used to just roll up and
pharmaceutical sales reps are normally known as drug dealers.
Yeah. I was one of the biggest dope dealers around, bro. Cialis.
And you still are. Look at you selling cigars.
Yeah, Cialis, and I used to carry Cialis, bro. And I worked in the diabetes division initially. I was in the top 5% of the company with that. I won trips off of that, and then they were getting ready to lay me off. I was like, how you gonna lay off one of your top performers? But they moved me to a different division in a different territory. So I went from diabetes to osteoporosis. So I was selling the Vista, I was selling the Cymbalta, I had Cialis and Forteo. So but they moved me to a territory, and I wasn't passionate about osteoporosis. See, diabetes not only affects black people, it affects white people as well. But type 2 diabetes really affects black people. So I'm passionate about that because I wanted to help my people get out of what they're going with. So when I was in the diabetes division, I had Humalog, I had Byetta.
Oh yeah.
I still had Cialis too.
Okay. And
I might have had Forteo, maybe. No, I had Cymbalta.
Cymbalta,
Cymbalta for pain. So that's for diabetic nerve pain.
Yeah. Yep.
So I know a lot of different shit. So so for me to take everything that I know and then go over into the tobacco industry, that's why people don't really know why I do so well with it, because I know how to understand different types of industries and the different products that I'm working with.
Right.
So once I got a hold of tobacco and then I started working on my palate and building that up, and the way I built it up was I never smoked the same thing.
Right.
From Jump Street, I never smoked the same thing. I always would try something new because I wanted to see what everybody was doing.
Yeah.
And then my palate started to grow like crazy.
Right.
And then I started adding the spirits in. So the spirits with the different cigars, and I started pairing them bitches together. And I'm like, oh, okay. Then that's when I started to be like, I could put a cigar together because I knew what I was doing.
Right.
What I'm saying? So
I think that's kind of good, man. Cigar pairings.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's fun.
I think it's a lot of fun.
We need to do more of it.
Yeah,
we need to what?
We need to do more of that. That's why we're here.
Nah.
We're just kidding.
No, man, it's a good thing that you've come out with, Aric, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that you've made kind of a path for aspiring manufacturers, people who want to get into the industry like completely 100%. You know, and
like Leroy from ATL, like I'm saying this on camera. Like he told me exactly how he felt about me at TPE, at Tap and Ash, bro. And to be honest with you, man, it almost brought a tear to my eye, bro. Like
a tear to your eye?
Yeah,
Leroy can do that.
Well, it would have been a piece of ice dropping out of it.
Okay, that's what it was. Visine dropping shit. Okay, gotcha.
Right, alligator tears. But no, man, he's just a sincere dude.
He is.
And he was giving me my flowers, and I just think of myself as a little fucking peon that's here trying to make my way, man. But like you said, I have no idea that I actually inspire people to fucking do. Even if it's not the tobacco industry, I inspire people to do what's your fucking dream?
Right.
Go after your dream.
Do it.
And if that's your dream, my tidbit on that is don't give up, because I didn't give up.
Right.
If I'd have gave up, shit, I would have never fucking called Sandy. I would have never called her, and then I wouldn't be here talking to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, about Black Star Line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no matter what fucking industry that you're trying to go into, if that's your fucking dream, don't give up.
Right.
Don't give up, because there's a door. You got to hear the no's before you hear the yeses. So let these get lit. You should welcome motherfuckers tell you no, because somebody's gonna tell you yeah.
Somebody gonna say
and
yeah.
when they open that door, shit, run through that bitch.
Right.
And then open the door for a few more other people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wise words from Uncle Eric.
Brat's over here about to drop a tear, you guys.
You my boy, Blue.
We'll be available all day for your
comedic experiences.
Yes.
So
Where
am I going? I'm like, who kicked me?
We just love you.
Me.
No, I know. Like I said, I mean, you said that you got 2 cigars coming out. You know, you have the Mr. Fahrenheit, which is going to be a PCA exclusive. Are you dropping the Rosewood 1923 at that time as well?
Same damn time at the
same damn time. Okay, all right. So my question to you is, there are people who have multiple SKUs within their company.
Yep.
Sometimes they like to get rid of something.
No.
Are you looking to get rid of something, or are you keeping all your SKUs?
There's fans of each one of them. I will not do away with any of them. No. Nope. I will be disappointing my fans if I discontinue something out of my brand right now. There's literally a fan for each one of them.
I think you would. Yeah, I agree with you.
Now, you know, depending on how you smoke, you may not like something like, say, the sun-grown Habano.
Right.
If you're a fan of Lalibela and you're a strong smoker like that, you may or may not like the sun-grown Habano because it may be too mild. It's not a mild cigar, but it's mild compared to Lalibela.
Correct, it is.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're accustomed to smoking something like Lalibela, then yeah, you may not like the sun-grown Habano.
Right.
But you may like Dark Warwick though. Because Dark Warwick's got some strength to it too.
Dark Warwick will
it'll talk to you.
You'll want to marry that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's especially in the Robusto side, bro.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So
if I'm not looking to marry one, what can I sleep with?
Cigars are like sleeping with a woman.
We had that. Well,
we talked about tequila
and sex
and sleeping, and
I mean everything comes back to sex.
Really, it started with a kiss, and I think I took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah. No, but I think that's all. I mean, I think
it's all relative.
Both these industries, it leads back to that. So, I don't know.
Somebody got to sleep with somebody.
Back to the booty.
Right.
Yeah.
The booty. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Tourette's. Sorry.
So I had an interesting conversation yesterday with a really good friend of mine, Corey, over at Elemental. So he owns Elemental Spirits right down the road.
Okay.
And we were talking about, I'm a spirits guy. Corey's a spirits guy. And he's like, look, I gotta get wine people in here. People love wine. And it was funny. We had, he asked me the question. He's like, have you guys kind of scratched the surface with wine and cigars? I'm like, no. And he's like, I don't see how it would work. And I'm like, I think you can always make it work with something. Have you played with wine and cigars?
I've lately been drinking a lot more wine.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I stopped drinking wine, I appreciate wine.
Yeah.
But the reason why I stopped drinking it was giving me a bad headache.
Right.
Like really bad, like a bass drum fucking headache. So I was just like, Scotch and bourbon don't really do that to me. But I was told like I need to aerate the wine, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, let me go back and read this. I bought a decanter off of Amazon that has an aerator on it. So I aerate the shit. Yeah. And I just started researching wines, and I found out that it's very similar to cigars. They talk about body, full body, medium body, that type of thing. They have notes. Some of the wines some of the notes they say that are in wine. Some of them say tobacco.
Right.
So I'm looking at I'm looking at the descriptions of wines. I'm going to, and I go cheap with it, bro. I go to like Aldi's and Trader Joe's, and I get shit from there.
$2 baby.
Yeah, $8-9 a bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Are you box wine in it?
No.
Okay, all right.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with box wine, man.
Listen, I've been told there's nothing wrong with box wine, but
canned wine.
You will not catch a box wine in my fucking fridge.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Or house.
I've never had a box wine before.
No, I mean,
yeah, but I mean,
potted meat.
But it was funny because he was telling me, he's like, a lot of the wines that they do are very biodynamic, natural, so they're retaining a lot of that funk, the Terroir, et cetera, whatever you want to talk about. You know, the bigger brands, you know, they're chucking a lot of shit in there, sulfites, stuff like that. Really giving it body and giving it that unctuous kind of vibe that would. And he's like, I just don't know if like those types of wines, those natural biodynamic types of wines, because they're absent of all of that stuff. Is it something that would stand up against the cigar? And I'm like, you know what? There's always one way to.
Well, I can tell you this. I've had people challenge me in the past and say, you know, you can't pair wine with a cigar. And I say, you're damn fool, you know? But, you know, to kind of advocate for who we have on the show is that, to me, Black Star Line has a lot of cigars that will pair with wine very well. Yeah. You know, if you like a cab, if you, you know, the only thing I probably wouldn't pair it with, like you and I talked about before, was a Beaujolais. I wouldn't pair a Beaujolais with your cigars, but I would pair a cab. I would pair a Oaky Shard.
What about Champipple?
You know what? I would do that with the peach cognac. No, but Aric has a lot of good cigars that would pair with wine, man. Yeah. If you guys, I challenge anybody to go out there and get a Black Star Line cigar. Look at the description of the cigar, what all tobacco's in it. Find a wine that pairs up with it, and tell me that I'm wrong. Yeah. Just tell me that I'm wrong. Those of you who have my phone number, call me, text me. Those of you that have the email me. I don't give a shit. Tell me I'm wrong, and I'll tell you why you didn't understand the experience.
Because what I'm doing now is I'm just straight. I haven't smoked a cigar and drank the wine together. Okay. I'm just drinking wine now because I want to get the essence of the wine first. So I'm going to keep deep diving into the wine, bro. Like the last couple of ones I picked up was I picked up a Malbec, I picked up a Merlot. Because before that, I had Cabernet Sauvignon and I had Pinot Noir. I've had Pinot Noir 1,000 times over. Oh, yeah. But I never really, if I had Malbec and Merlot, I didn't remember it. So I didn't like Malbec at all. That I was like,
Malbec's it's a little weird.
At least the one I had, I didn't like it. The Merlot was good. So I was like, okay, I can leave Merlot in there. So I'm with Merlot, Pinot Noir, and Cabernet Sauvignon. So you know what I'm saying? So right now, my favorite used to be Pinot Noir. Now it's Cab, because the Cab is fuller in body.
It is fuller in body,
So, and as a smoker, I'm more of a full body smoker. And so that Cab really resonated with me.
Like I told you in Memphis, man, I challenge you to try Chianti.
Oh, I had a bottle of that too. That was good too. Yeah, I did.
So that Chianti is good. I think that would be a hell of a pairing with the dark Woolwich. I think that would be fantastic.
All right.
Yeah, the Chianti was pretty good. I was just mad I didn't have any fava beans with it.
Damn. Always got to have a Silence of the Lambs reference. I mean,
this is what we do. Nick is finally being introduced to the shits with Black Star Line and Leo and
I'm a pop culture dude, so it's depending on what you say. I'll have some shit, some kind of quote out of a movie.
That's all we got quotes from movies, music. We do it all day. Yeah, we do it all day.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like I'll drink. Like I'm not a big wine guy, but I love bubbles, and I'm not just talking shit. Like
I'm talking about the monkey bubbles and Michael Jackson's monkey bubbles.
He's got what's up?
See what I'm talking about?
Michael Jackson's monkey. His name was Bubbles.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Bubbles. So you didn't know that?
Fuck no, dude.
What the hell?
Guy, I would have held him.
Wait a minute. Do you know about Never Never Land?
I know Never Never Land.
Hey, speaking of that, what happened to Bubbles, man? Michael Jackson died. Where did Bubbles go? Did he die too?
Bubbles got adopted.
Do monkeys live a long time?
They do.
They live a long life.
They have a long life.
Yeah, they do. They live long. They live longer than cats and dogs. I tell you that shit.
Yeah, all right. Maybe he's with Janet. I don't know.
I think he got adopted.
Oh, he's fingering Janet.
Man, here we go.
Bubbles a freak.
Bubbles is crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't know this table rolls.
I mean,
well, you know.
Yeah, Bubbles is a freak, bro. You know, he gets it in. He's my spirit animal.
He gets it in.
Learning something new every day.
Yeah, that's my
Michael
spirit
Jackson
animal.
had a monkey. That just sounds.
You didn't know that? Yeah, everybody knew he had Bubbles.
It ain't just a monkey. It's Bubbles.
Yeah, it's Bubbles. Bubbles Jackson.
Bubbles Jackson. God, like Prince.
Nah, Prince would have. Prince
His son was named Prince.
But the thing is, what if Prince owned Bubbles? And Prince don't have a last name, so what will be Bubbles' last name then?
The monkey formerly known as Bubbles.
Yeah. Love it.
Or I guess it could be Nelson. That was his birth last
That was his
name,
birth.
right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It could be Bubbles Nelson.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's a good ring.
Shit, Bubbles may be the monkey formerly known as Bubbles right now. Shit,
That
I don't
actually
know.
sounds like a porn name. Bubbles Nelson. Starring
Yeah.
Bubbles Nelson.
Yeah. That's a good porn.
That could be a porn name. That could be a wrestler's name.
Maybe.
Yeah. He come out shooting bubbles and shit before he get into the ring.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
definitely. No, you can definitely do some stuff with that name.
Oh man. You know what, man? This has been a lot of fun, man. But we're gonna get into what we call the rapid fire questions. And I know
Rapid
that you
fire.
have been on the show before. You have seen, or not seen, but you have been asked one of these questions, but I'm not gonna ask it again because you've already answered it. But what I will ask you is, do you smoke in your car?
In my personal vehicle, no. Rental cars, yes. I smoke rental cars out.
Sticking it to the rental car.
Yeah,
So-
I haven't brought it. And so before my current truck, I had a 2018 Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
So I smoked that motherfucker out. But when I turned it in and I got my new truck, I haven't had the courage to even smoke in there.
Well, Enterprise, you know what happened.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what that Zep spray is for. Zep.
right, yeah,
Magic.
that shit works.
Yeah.
You know what I found that works too is the Clorox
Okay.
spray.
I
That works
heard if
well.
you put a bag of fries in the bag, it's supposed to suck up the smoke, or you can use coffee grinds, but I'd rather just use the Zep spray because I spray that bitch up.
Bag of
Then we
fries.
take it back. We spray it up the night before we're gonna return
Right.
the fucking car, so it can sit in there real good,
Right.
get everything out of there, and then we take it back. Only way you're gonna get caught is if there's ashes in
Yeah.
the car.
Well,
If they see ashes in there, they're gonna
Then they
charge
know.
you.
Yeah.
But what people need to know is, even if they charge you for the car, call them and dispute it. Because if they saw ashes, they're going to charge you, but they'll drop it down. Like, say they charge you $500, they'll drop it down to half. So you're still going to pay something. But if there's no ashes and they say, oh, well, we smell smoke in there, I call them and say, no, I smell smoke when I got the car.
There you go.
So I didn't smoke in that car.
Booyah.
And then they just take it off of there. They don't
Yeah.
charge you anything. So you just got to know how to play the game with the rental company.
The cigar rental hack.
Yeah.
So I've got a great marketing idea.
Mhm.
Bag of fry air freshener. McDonald's. What do you think?
Do it.
I'm guessing it's the grease that just sucks up the
It might be the fucking peanut oil.
or the yeah.
Or the beef seasoning they use for the fries. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of shit in their fries, so
Right.
it could be a
There's
lot of
shit
but,
in McDonald's fries.
I mean, I wouldn't mind smelling McDonald's fries in my car.
I don't know, dog. I hate smelling food when I get into the car.
No,
Yeah.
I do too, but I mean, I don't know.
Because really all you
There's
smell
worse.
is grease. You know,
I don't know.
or especially if you have
McDonald's
something
I mean, if
real.
you like it like that, bro, I'll come up with a fry air freshener for you.
dude.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
Just
it's,
for
just like,
you.
it's like a box of McDonald's fries. That's
Yeah, you plug it in, it'll just have a aroma of fries coming out in your car.
I mean, I'm not
Listen,
gonna
market that shit under Sir Mix-a-Lot. Sir Nix-a-Lot,
Nix-a-Lot, yeah.
and you're good to go.
Dude, I mean, I
think it
that's a
works.
That's a great hack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that.
Sir
I'm
Nix-a-Lot.
literally gonna get a bag
Fry
of McDonald's fries because I don't smoke in my car. I don't smoke in my car, but God, shit.
All right, so
Sorry.
you also advertise, on your website of what liquid to actually
Yes.
pair with your cigars.
Yes, that appearance for each one of them.
What's your favorite pairing?
Maybe Dark Woolwich and Willet. Willet
yes.
Pot Still.
The pot still, yeah.
Specific.
Yeah.
Willet Pot Still.
Yeah, that pot still is good shit.
Yeah.
That good shit.
Yeah, that's a good pairing. Warwick, the original Warwick with 4 rows of single barrels is a good pairing.
Mm-hmm.
I saw you did some Brook Laddie pairings too. Brook Laddie guy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Think you got some trademark infringement shit going on, Aric?
Yeah,
Whatever.
there's a lot of competition in the world, bro.
Everybody want to be somebody. So, one question I've never asked you before, man, and I
You
don't.
want to know how I bang my wife? I'll fuck what you do. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Miss Bay, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I know we've never met, but that's not the question I had in mind at all. And I don't typically ask.
Can we put that in the rapid fire?
No, that's not enough.
What's the Step Brothers? You
No.
fuck one, marry one,
Kill one.
kill one.
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
I think it'd be pretty cool.
man.
I mean, we have to ask the right
Listen,
people.
I'm not getting my ass kicked For you.
No,
I ain't answering that question.
you don't know me well enough yet.
Well, you asked the damn question.
I mean, I would be comfortable asking some people.
All right. So
Anyway,
It's from the back, dog.
I
That's how do it.
don't
She like it like
I don't typically ask this question because everybody in the industry or somebody who's coming up in the cigar media, they always ask this question. But I've just never asked you. How did you get started smoking cigars, man?
the firehouse, baby.
At the firehouse.
Well, no, let me back that up.
Back that ass up.
I smoked before that. It just wasn't on a regular basis. I started smoking cigars when I was like 21 or 22. I'm 40. I'll be 47 in December. So when I was 21 or 22, I was in the Bahamas, and I had my first cigar then. Now, I didn't appreciate the motherfucker at all because I was like absurdly drunk.
oh yeah,
I was on a I was like on a little cruise, and they had all the drinks they had 151 in them.
Oh
And
shit.
I had a whole bunch of those. And by the time I got, so here's the thing with me, like if I drink, it's weird. I don't know if it's just me. It could be everybody. I don't know. But if I drink before I smoke, the cigar hits me
Real hard,
fucking
yeah.
hard.
It does me too.
Whereas if I start smoking and then drink, it doesn't.
It
It
eases
doesn't.
in.
Yeah, it is not. It's not as bad. But if I have like several drinks before I smoke a cigar, that cigar
done.
it intensifies the cigar, and I'm really fucking high and drunk, and I'm like literally like insane. you
Now,
know
is that
what I'm saying?
any cigar or is it with particular
And for
bodies of cigars?
for what I understand, with my experiences, it was anything. You know, a lot of cigars I did that with, I can't remember what body and strength they were.
Okay.
But I knew that the liquor made the fucking cigar even stronger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it could be me. I could just have a weird body, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, so I try not to drink before
You smoke?
I smoke. So I'm not like
Yeah.
insane.
I typically I do the same thing. I start smoking, then I'll order something, you know, or I'll grab something out of the cabinet or whatever.
Mhm.
I typically do it that way. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
interesting, man. Yeah. I never asked you that question, man. Out of all the times, I mean,
Really?
not even just in
Yeah, I say
conversation.
that shit all the time. Yeah, I was like, people ask me that all the time. I'm like, dude, I was waiting for call. I was waiting for a fire while I had a fire in my cigar. Bro. Yeah.
What about you, Nick? I never asked you, man.
yeah.
What made you start smoking? And when did you
So
start smoking?
I do remember. I don't remember exactly what I had, but I do remember the where I was. So my then wife and I lived in the burbs, and we had a community pool, and so we were hanging out there, and I befriended this guy. He was his name was Keith, beard, built, engineer, hot wife. Like I wanted to be this dude, right? Like I mean, he
You just wanted his fucking wife. That's what
I
you wanted.
thought he said dude was hot. And I was like, oh. He was like, yeah, he's built. He's hot. And I was like, wait a minute.
Don't worry. And I was just like, this dude's cool. And at the time he was, it was probably mid 40s, and
He was your hero. He was your hero at that
he was
time.
my hero.
Did he have a hairy chest?
Yeah, he did. He had
Brock,
he
was his
looked-
name Brock?
No, it was Keith. But he always lit up a cigar at the pool.
Mm.
And they lived right across the street from the pool. And like, so we, obviously my wife and his wife got along. It was really, it was great.
You were happy then.
Oh, he's very happy.
It sounds like some swinger shit.
Right.
Like
I mean,
beginning of swinger.
I would have not said no. But getting back to the cigar.
Wow.
But yeah, he had a.
He's like, stay on topic, motherfucker.
I mean, it was honestly back then. It was like Caligula, man. Like I think everybody was fucking doing it. Like we lived in a bubble.
It was like
almost,
cocaine.
almost all the dudes had hot wives. Like it was a crazy time. But
like Skittles.
Right.
yeah.
Here you go.
So, but yeah,
Have you had my wife? Check her out, bro.
I mean, I was, God, I thought it. I mean, you always do. But I was like late 20s, early 30s. I'm like, I mean,
Hey, that's what it's the
my
best
wife
fun.
was hot. I mean, she still was hot.
Yeah, that's what it's the best fun. They got no
But I was
energy.
like, you look at people like you're like, fuck, this guy's cool. He loved Corvettes, so he's a big car guy. He was just a guy, right?
He's a man's man.
He's a man's man. Probably going a little too far with this, but anyway.
Oh yeah, the more you say it, the more my ass
We going in.
When he'd come down there and he'd have a fat cigar in his mouth, and like, I'm like, dude, I want to be here. And yeah, man, this is going off on the,
Nick, you're saying all the wrong things.
I know
between the two of us.
I know, but that's my story.
So just as a sidebar, man, you should have been sitting in the middle, bro. So they could be like an Oreo cookie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah,
you'd have been the filling.
You'd have been the filling,
and then me and him with a cookie.
Especially talking about how you started smoking cigars.
I'm a good filler. For sure.
I'm a good filler.
but no, he was great. I started smoking. I was actually drinking a lot of peated scotch at the time. Scotch was like it's like,
which one? Aric Bey, Lefroy.
Oh yeah, dude. Colila was actually kind of
okay, yeah.
That's near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the right amount of smoke. It was just a really elegant Lagavulin, and I'm like, and
Bowmore.
that's all I was drinking. And
that's
like,
that's what I love.
You ever had Big Pete?
Oh, dude.
It's a blend.
Yeah,
it's delicious. I don't even really like blends. I like that blend.
I love the label.
This
too.
dude,
with the big fucking beard, and the weird
this dude with liquor is like me with cigars. He's had every fucking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, especially working in the industry.
I think Keith was actually on that label.
Big
Pete.
Really?
I mean, that he probably could have got that nickname. I gotta stop talking about Keith. This is going a very weird.
It's a romance.
He's a good. No, I love the dude. He's a good dude.
No, can they see? Not poor Nick. No.
He had a great cigar collection. Okay. Like he had a nice humidor. We come over and smoke on the patio, and then I just started smoking him at the pool. Yeah. And we had a local liquor store that had, it's a decent selection. But at the time, I was like, wasn't.
Did they have fake Cubans and asses right next to each other?
I was kind of like you.
Mine got you beat.
So but yeah,
my liquor store got you beat. They got fake Cubans and asses, bro. Yeah. So you get a liquor store like that, you don't have a.
Wait, but are they really fake Cubans?
Oh,
or are
they're
they Cubans?
Fake. No, they're fake as fuck, bro. They fake.
You can tell just by the rapper.
Yeah, they fake, bro. Yeah.
No, it's always.
You still interact with Keith or no?
No.
Where'd he go, bro? You don't keep up with him?
I don't. That life's gone. That was we had to get out.
Sorry.
I'll be okay.
Bring it in.
I'll be okay. Keith, I love you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for.
I don't even know you, Keith, and I love you, bro.
Right.
I heard so much about you, man. I appreciate you.
Probably too much, but whatever.
You got a hot wife,
Yeah, Keith, if you watching this, send me a picture of your wife.
Right.
Keith, Cindy, I'm sorry.
I want to see if Nick is lying.
Cindy, I'm very sorry, Cindy. You're lovely too. But
you're lovely too.
Thank Keith for me.
Send the note to Keith for me. Tell him I love him.
It's not.
It's like you, my boy, Blue.
But it's this. This is. So Brad is in the background saying that Nick needs to learn how to tell us "fuck you."
Brad's mean.
Even if he says that, it ain't gonna matter.
Brad is a mean really Detroit guy.
That's really
not. He's not Brad. No,
he's the bully of Detroit. So
well, I mean, ain't nobody coming through Detroit without talking to you first.
Like my guy Jahar. Yes, Jahar is the bully in New York.
Right.
So if you offend Jahar, your pass to New York got
you're not coming through.
You know what I'm saying?
You better call Jahar.
Jahar, aka JJ.
Leo, are you the bully of Atlanta?
I'm not a bully at all, man. Listen, come on through Atlanta.
He's a kitten. He already be a bully. He's a
Listen,
kitten.
I don't like kidding. I like teddy bear.
So you like Ted then, huh? The movie Ted?
Ted Talks.
Great movie.
Hell yeah, I'm like Ted. Did you see the ass that Ted got?
Dude.
All right, so have you ever seen a movie called Thanksgiving?
No, brother, I ain't even trying to see it.
Oh, no, you have to see it. So it's about a killer turkey. The turkey talks, he kills people, and he fucks women on the movie. Oh, it's hilarious.
This is really bad.
It's hilarious.
Is he like a life size?
He's about the size. Yeah, he's about the size of a regular
turkey.
There's a scene in the movie where he's hitting the chick from the back and he's talking cash shit as he's doing it.
Just like Ted.
Yeah, you have to see that.
Thanks, killer.
Yeah, it's horrible and funny all at the same time.
Damn.
All right.
We
got it all.
You know, it actually intrigues me to go and watch this movie.
Or if you want to go on a deep dive on Tubi, Oh, there's a lot of horrible shit on there that
fuck.
you'll really enjoy that shit.
Tubi is making a killing right now. They are making a killing.
Yeah, they are.
Yo, I just heard to run. Listen, that is a whole different subject, you guys. I went on Brat's show on his live, and he said, tell me one of the most embarrassing moments. And there was a story about my dad. He tied up his shirt in the front. And if you know anything about Atlanta at the time, because we lived in Atlanta at the time, if you know anything about Atlanta at the time, you can take a guess. So I had questions about my dad for a minute. Like, yo, dude, what are you doing? You know what this means, right?
Did you switch sides on?
Right. It's like, what the hell's going on, man? Yo,
it's just hot out.
Funniest.
It was like a scary movie when
you heard what he said,
like, hey,
right?
do I look
It's hot
gay in
out.
this? Then he tied a knot in the front. He's like, do I look gay now?
Oh my God.
And that's our time, everybody.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this.
This is a great show. And then we're going to go ahead and close this out.
Close this out. No, seriously, Aric, man, it's always a good time, man. I mean, of course, we have history.
Yeah.
Me and Brat, you have history. You want me to do a dedication to you?
No, not to me. I want to say, I appreciate everything, but
So I appreciate Black Star Line coming on with the exception of Aric and Cliff, because Brat is in the house. We also understand that is not the fucking truth, but it's fun anyway. So Aric, man, thank you for coming in.
Yes.
Thanks for, dropping down on the plane and fucking just coming and sitting down with us. It's always fun. If Cliff was here, it'd probably be a much worse show as well. Because Cliff and Brat together are just.
I left the event bag at the house.
I don't know why. I don't know how. But
you got time.
It's always fun, man. Thank you, Aric.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brat, for being here. Cliff is on his way.
Shout out to Highland.
Big
Cliff,
fucking shout out to Cliff here at Highland. And the whole Highland crew, the waitresses, the bartenders, everybody's fucking fantastic here. Always welcoming.
Come down tonight.
Don't forget, there is the Black Star Line Cigar event happening tonight, starting at 6 p.m.
Come down.
Come and buy everything out. Just buy everything out. Just make everybody here happy. Everybody who comes tonight should be smoking Black Star Line cigars. And if you're not, and I'm still here, I'm asking you, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you supporting the Black-owned lounge. You supporting the Black-owned cigar
company.
line. Yeah, it's all just support.
Black-owned podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you be here?
Booyah.
But I don't know.
Triple
Some people think that they got other shit to do. Who, me? I'm gonna be here. I'm just saying, if I'm not here, I don't know, man. The Lord may strike me down.
hey, the Lord strike you down on my ass up.
Damn, I'm gonna be sitting. I'm gonna be sitting there like this. Weekend at Bernie's.
He's gonna be Bernie.
As long as Cliff's here, so I can give him some shit.
Hey, just make sure you take my glasses outside so that they can get transition, and then sit me in the corner. All right, y'all. It's been fun, man. Make sure that you do subscribe to the YouTube channel as you are here. Make sure you hit the bell so that you know that we are live when we do go live. And make sure you always tell your friends and family about the show.
Yes.
If it ain't us, what the hell are you doing? You're screwing around. That's all that I'm saying. So make sure that you continue to tune in. Tell everybody. And also make sure that you follow Barrels and Leafs BTB on
Black Star
Instagram
Line
and
Cigars.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And Aric, tell everybody how to get in contact with you on Black Star Line, man.
Yeah, you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram as Black Star Line on both of Black Star Line Cigars on both platforms. My website is blackstarline.shop. And then you can hit Cigar Brad up on Instagram and send him a message. Everybody send Cigar Brad a message and let him know, fuck you.
Is that your handle?
Just say those two words, fuck you, and it'll all be great. He'll totally understand.
Can I just type that into the handle and it'll come up?
Oh, why not?
It's Brad with two T's. It's Brad. So
Because he got a stutter. But it's been fun, y'all. I appreciate everybody out there. You guys make sure to tune in next week. Who do we got next week?
We've got Nina Kaplan, world-renowned journalist and artist, author. She's a wine writer. She just went to Armagnac recently. Did a big trek across France.
She smokes.
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
If not, we're gonna make her smoke.
Yeah.
She's here in Atlanta.
No. She's based in Canada.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
y'all doing it
We're
virtually.
gonna
Yeah,
work-
virtual,
we're
yeah.
remote.
Okay.
Yeah. We do that too. So it's all good. But yeah, we got lots of shows.
You got a lot of shit to do.
I'm keeping Leo busy.
And
Y'all have
don't.
Ren and 10 on yet?
We are Ren and 10. Ebony and Ivory.
The hip hop Dalmatians.
We are
Tom and Jerry.
we are the missing Oreo. That hoe is mine. Well, actually, the cigar is mine. Okay, so
Both
but
of the
no,
hoes.
we appreciate you guys, man. It's always fun. Listen, this ain't your granddaddy show.
No.
That's all I tell you. So make sure that you guys tune into us next week. Go out, support Black Star Line Cigars, and you guys have a fantastic rest of your day.
I'll see y'all tonight.
Bubbles, I
Appreciate
hope
it.
you're well.
How'd I do, man?